If your controller looks like this, you're probably having tracking issues. But it's not the broken shell that's causing the problem, it's what's underneath. This is a super common issue for a lot of Quest 2 users, so let me show you how to fix it. Now in order to access the screws, we do need to take this faceplate off. And then I'm just going to take out all the screws up here that hold this controller together. And there are 4 screws in the battery compartment. You can remove the sticker, or you can just use your screwdriver. And once all my screws are out, I can go ahead and take this ring off. A crack like this is actually fairly easy to mend, so I'm going to go ahead and clean this off with some isopropyl alcohol so that we can mend it properly. I have a high viscosity super glue that really helps with this particular job. Once that's on there, I can just press together very firmly, and then we'll add a little baking soda, which really strengthens that bond. And while that's curing, I'm going to set it off to the side. Once we have all the screws out, this actually just kind of pulls apart. And we'll go ahead and take the trigger out by removing this rod. Finally, we have access to this latch, and we can just pop that up so we can remove this strip. Now, in some cases, these LED strips are mendable, but this one's in pretty bad shape, so we're just going to take the whole thing off of here. And then I'm going to take my replacement strip and line up this hole with the pin on the ring. And then we'll just use the existing adhesive to hold down all of these diodes. And then there's 2 little pins on this end. Now we can just go ahead and plug this back in, close that latch, and then we'll put our trigger back in place by sliding that rod back in. And then we can just go ahead and start putting this back together. And it's always good to test the controller at this point just to make sure that everything turns on. My glue compound seems like it's cured, so I'm going to even it out with the sanding block. And then we'll go ahead and pop that ring back on, clean it up a little bit more. Now I just need to put all my screws in. And now we can put our faceplate on, and that controller is ready to play with again. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more VR related content like this.